make Vancouver the city for everyone and share the strength of what we've achieved here around the world. I'd like to acknowledge other councillors who are here today in support of this event. Councillor Andrea Reimer, Councillor Heather Deal, Councillor Suzanne Anton, Councillor George Chow, Councillor Jeff Meggs, I think was here. Did anyone else put your arm up so I can see you? We also have Spencer Herbert, Chandler Herbert, MLA. We have Jane Bowie, School Trustee, Mike Clement, School Trustee, Stuart McKinnon from Park Board, and Aaron Jasper from Park Board, Chair of the Park Board. And we also have a number of people from the LGBTQ, and Mabel Elmore, MLA. And I'm right against the mic, so I need the mic to be turned up in that case. Also members of the LGBTQ committee, we have Fatima Jaffer, we have Barb Snellgrove, we have Ryan Titan, we have Mark Rosen, and is Hetty Fry MP here somewhere? Woohoo! Thanks, Hetty. Is anyone I missed? I'm sure Councillor Stevenson and introducing the mayor will acknowledge you. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hello everyone, isn't it great to have the kickoff to Pride Week and the OUTGAMES once again back here at City Hall. Before I introduce the mayor, I want to acknowledge also a couple of members of the Vancouver City Police. And the city police in this city have been so helpful for tracking down those people who would do us harm, and we've been working very closely with the police, so give them a hand, please. So now it's my pleasure, my privilege to introduce Mayor Gregor Robertson. Along with being the best looking mayor in this country, which is, of course, a help in the Pride Parade. He is one who has been the most supportive of our community. He has been absolutely fantastic in working with our community, in setting up the LGBTQ committee and having Pride start here at City Hall. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you our mayor, the mayor of the City of Vancouver, His Worship Gregor Robertson.
Thank you, Ian. And again, as I said, inside, Councillor Ellen Woodsworth and Councillor Tim Stevenson have been great champions on council for the whole GLBTQ community here in Vancouver, real leaders globally on this front, and it's a joy to work with them, and thank you to both of these councillors for their leadership again. So wonderful to see you all here as we kick off Pride Week here in the city of Vancouver, and as we celebrate the opening of the 2011 North American OUTGAMES. It's great opportunity for us to host the games here in Vancouver, to celebrate sport, to celebrate the arts, and to bring such a fantastic community together and welcome people from all over the world to celebrate with us. Yeah. So thank you all for being here for this big flag raising and opening ceremony. And it's my pleasure to read this proclamation for Pride Week. Whereas all individuals seek recognition and respect of their human and civil rights which are accorded to citizens in a free and democratic society, regardless of race, culture, creed, or sexual orientation. And whereas the City of Vancouver has been a pioneer in celebrating Pride publicly and has benefited socially, economically, and culturally from the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, two-spirit, and queer community. And whereas LGBTQ people, residents and visitors alike, come together each year during Vancouver's Pride events to celebrate their uniqueness as individuals, as well as their shared goals and achievements. And whereas this year marks the 33rd anniversary of the Pride Parade. And whereas the theme for the past 3 years has been Educate, Liberate, and Celebrate, with this year focusing on Celebrate. Now, therefore, I, Gregor Robertson, the Mayor of the City of Vancouver, do hereby proclaim July 25th to 31st, 2011 as Pride Week in the City of Vancouver. Thanks, everyone, and I'm going to introduce from our Pride Society, Vancouver Pride Society, Ken Cooling is going to take over the stage here.
Thank you, Mayor Robinson, the City of Vancouver, and everybody for being here. So this is our year to celebrate, and we have so much to celebrate. When I look back at why we want to celebrate where we have come from. As Canadians, as Vancouverites, we are afforded some of the most amazing privileges in our community that anywhere in the world. And we need to really recognize that. We need to recognize where we're going. One of our Grand Marshals who is on it here today, who could not be here today, but is making sure that we are including the rest of our family, which is the trans community, who are not yet officially protected under the Human Rights Code. But we are celebrating that we are continuing to move forward and fight those fights that need to be done. What I celebrate most, when I joined Pride 6 years ago, I had no idea how much this would change my life. I celebrate the friends and family that I have made over this last 6 years. I celebrate this community that has the strength of a community that I have never seen before. I think of the words that my grandmother said to me when I came out to her probably some 20 years ago, and this is exactly how I feel about this community. And when I told her that I was gay, she looked at me and said, I want you to know I don't love you in spite of the fact that you're gay. I love you because you're gay, and I think it makes you a better person. And so that is something that we need to celebrate. We are amazing people. So thank you to all of you for coming out to celebrate Pride with us. A few years back, we decided to add a Grand Marshal position to our parade because we wanted to start recognizing the amazing people who have gone on. And so we have added the posthumous Grand Marshal position. It's sad that these people may not have been recognized while they are with us, but it is a great time to remember them after the fact and make sure that we don't forget what people have done for us. This year, Bob Tibby, who was the co-founder and the first executive director of AIDS Vancouver back in the 80s, when this epidemic hit our community like no other tragedy ever had before, and he was one of the leaders. He died earlier this year, and we want to make sure that we remember him. And this is going to lead me into a moment of silence. And when we do this moment of silence, I want to honor those who have fought for our rights, who brought us to where we are today. I want to remember those who are no longer with us due to many life-threatening illnesses, but especially HIV and AIDS, who has taken so many in our community. And those who have gone on because of horrific acts of homophobia and transphobia. And I want us to take a moment to remember those millions and millions of brothers and sisters around the world who are oppressed and do not get to celebrate Pride like we do today. So please join me in a moment of silence.